Big changes.
Yes, yeah, really sort of...
Monumental, earth-shattering changes.
Hello.
Hello.
Welcome back to the channel. My name's Alexis.
And I'm Jen.
And with That's Flipping Retro.
We buy stuff, we sell stuff, we eat pot noodles.
Yes, so if you saw last week's video, we were showing some stuff that we got from a viewer, but we also mentioned some changes that we were having or implementing with regards to the way our business runs.
Yes.
So this video realistically is just going to talk through that and why we've done it, really.
Big changes.
Yes, yeah, really sort of...
Monumental, earth-shattering changes.
Humongously huge changes. Yes, which are mainly around eBay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think I had already thought about doing this particular change, which is, I know a lot of people already do this. So if, and there's no rules on eBay to say you can't do this, is some people have one business that sells one type of thing. So you might have a business that sells clothes. But then they have another business on eBay, another shop, I should say, on eBay that might sell, say, for example, car parts, right? So these two things are obviously, quite far removed.
Yeah.
So a lot of people will have, them separated like that rather than just having them in one shop under different categories, but where they don't really kind of go together. So because I've recently been dealing more with books, we've decided, because Jen deals with clothes now,
Yeah.
is to separate the business that we have into two and run two shops. So yeah.
So Alexis's shop is called...
Mine is the Book Rook. Now, for any of you who know this, rooks are often associated with bad luck, etc. But I thought it was a cool name because a lot of the books that I sell, they're kind of within the realms of what I'm interested in. So I like stuff like true crime, biographies, the sort of slightly more...
Macabre,
gothy, kind of gritty realism, stuff along the lines of train spotting, things like that. So, so it kind of fit in with that, I suppose, in a way, that kind of imagery. And your store...
And I've changed from, I think we were called RG...
Oh, a Treasure Vault.
Treasure Vault, that was it. But now we're selling mostly clothes, I've changed it to Worn This Way. Yeah,
do you see what she did there? And the common denominator, though, which you will see between the two stores, which means that, if you see this, it's probably one of ours. I shouldn't really say that because someone might steal it and then run a really bad store. But the common denominator is that we have animals in top hats as our logos.
I have a guinea pig in a top hat, and you have obviously
a rook, obviously, in a top hat. That was your suggestion to put him in a top hat.
I don't know why.
Actually.
It's completely random. It's got nothing. Guinea pigs have got nothing to do with clothes.
And rooks have nothing to do with reading books.
Apart from that, it sounds
they
like
rhyme.
A book. Yeah. But if you would like to support us, go and have a little look at our eBay stores and follow them.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
Yes. And my store, it doesn't just sell books. I also have on there, audiobooks as well, and CDs and DVDs is what I'm mainly, I think, going to be selling on there. But, with regards to now what we are actually doing that has been existing parts of what we did anyway, I now have full, control over the Etsy store.
Full control.
Eviler. Yeah, so I have full control over the Etsy store, and that has been renamed as well. You probably may have noticed, I don't know, or not noticed. But yeah, that's been renamed to kind of fit in with the eBay store. And I also am the main overseer of Bricklink as well.
That makes you sound like an evil overlord.
Of Lego. But yeah, so those are the three things that I've now got, and you've got eBay, Vinted, and Depop.
Yeah, and Whatnot.
And well, we do Whatnot together more though, don't we? Because
Because I haven't got the natural charisma that Alexis has. I'm shy.
The patois.
Patois?
But yeah, so yeah, mainly I think it's you organising the clothing, because at the moment it's just clothing on there. And then for the actual thing itself, I think I start with the main presenting, and then you come along in dribs and drabs. Yeah, you swan in and take over.
Yeah. I have got an abundance of ladies' scarves at the moment, so I was thinking of doing a whatnot show just with ladies' scarves, because we have sold them before and they did sell really, really well, and they'd all be starting at £1. So if you'd be interested in that, let me know.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it doesn't just need to be scarves. You could throw in bits and pieces of other stuff.
I've got some bags.
Yeah, like accessories, more an accessories kind of show. Yeah. So there's there is going to be another whatnot stream in the near future. So if you keep an eye on our social media, I think we'll have it on there. Yeah.
If you haven't followed us on Instagram, all of our little links and that are in the YouTube, the description. So if you want to go and like us over on Instagram, we're down as That's Flipping Retro, obviously. And that's where you'll hear all of the latest scintillating information regarding our business and us and what we're doing.
Yeah, exactly.
We are going to London very soon.
Are we? I didn't know about this. No, we are.
We're going to see Wicked, and I'm very excited about it.
And well, that's going to be all day in London, isn't it? Because this is what we normally do when we go anywhere. Is we'll have a couple of days, and then Jen does something she wants to do, and I do something I want to do. So yours is going to be seeing Wicked, isn't it?
Yeah.
One evening, and then the next day.
And we're having tea in the Hard Rock Cafe.
Yeah, which is just up road. And the following day, I'm going to. There's a Royal College of Music in London, and basically they've got a display at the moment of Kurt Cobain stuff, so to do with the Unplugged that they did in the late 90s. Late 90s, he died in 94. How can it be late 90s? How? In the early 90s is what I meant to say. What an idiot, eh? But, yeah. So like his guitar, and there's plectrums and a cardigan that he wore and stuff, so yes.
You're very excited about that.
Yeah.
We might even film a little bit. I'm hoping, if there's time, just to do a little bit of charity shopping, but I haven't actually ran that past Alexis yet, as you can see by the terror on her face.
Well, it's not really terror, it's just the fact that we went to London, which you may have seen that video, you might remember it, and we went to Camden, and they were like really expensive. I don't think it was till we got out sort of Edge Hill, which is, I don't know, it's not like one of the main touristy places or anything. So we got out there, and the charity shops were a little bit cheaper.
It's a bit like that in Norfolk, though, isn't it? If you go to the seasidey places, a lot of them are really expensive. But if you go to, the less known places,
you go to the ones in the city centre, they're expensive.
Oh, God, yeah.
You go to the ones on the outskirts, on the coast, they're expensive, and then all the ones in between. If you go to especially, any of the smaller towns, they're generally not too bad. But it is more like the coast and then further inland, so I suppose that works similar in London, maybe? I don't know, but except they don't have a coastline. Anyway, I'm waffling. But yeah, so I think unless we pass any, I can't really be asked, if I'm honest. I'm not going to lie
That's
to
the
you.
spirit.
But, I know last time we said, we'll get some good bits in London, but it was all if I'm honest with you. No, it was though, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
We get way better. There's a charity shop we go to in Norfolk, and we get way better from there.
Yeah, we do.
All the time, basically.
Pretty much 3 or 4 times a week sometimes.
Yeah, pretty much. Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone else has been having any problems with eBay lately.
And Vinted.
Apart from, the usual of them being money grabbing and not getting any sales.
Please don't shut down my store. I've only just opened it. But yeah, go on.
Yeah. But today I've posted a load of listings. I've done some sell similars and some new listings, and none of them are showing the pictures in the main search thingy. And when I go on my shop, all the pictures for the ones I've done today are blank.
Yeah.
But then when you click on it, the pictures are all there.
So I had this confusion the other day. So I don't know whether it's something that they've recently sort of implemented or what it is. But I opened the shop, put some listings on there just to kickstart it, and only one of them showed for about 48 hours. Now, I know when I went and had a look, look this up, people were saying that it's a common thing that if you are a new store, they will kind of withhold a lot of the listings and stuff for a certain period of time. But then I got an email that said, promote your listings now. And I was like, oh, go and have a look at it. And all of the listings had then been put on that I had put on, a couple of days prior. But that doesn't now mean that any that I've scheduled are starting to go on. So that's just one thing to bear in mind, is if you open your second store, if that's something that you're going to do, then just bear that in mind. That what they're probably going to do is, even if you've paid a subscription, which I did, what you're going to have to do is wait for all of your listings to appear that you put on, straight out the gate, and secondly, obviously you're going to be annoyed that you're paying your subscription and you're not getting any listings apart from one go on. But also, if you want to promote, even though I had that email to say promote your listings, I have to have sales and top rated status, etc., to be able to promote. So you're not going to be able to do much from the get-go.
Is it a business account you're on as?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So eventually they'll want my tax info, because obviously we supplied it for Warn this way, but obviously, eventually they'll say to me, right, you need tax info, because they will do that eventually with everybody's, if you're a business. Because I don't think you do that from the start, do you? It's when you reach a certain
I can't remember,
thingy.
We've had our shop for such a long time now, I can't remember.
That was how it worked, I believe, last time, is you got to a certain threshold amount and then they said, right, we need your tax info. Which obviously there's probably a lot of people who panic and kind of be straight on the phone with HMRC, can I have some tax numbers, please, for my business? But yeah, so that's it really, I suppose, for that.
Yeah.
So that does mean that, we both have full control over what we're doing now, which is nice. We do our own post and stuff like that too. I know that sometimes I don't have an awful lot because I have only just started, so you will do, dribs and drabs of mine anyway. But it's nice kind of to be able to make our own decisions over our own little stuff. And I know
we're very different, aren't we?
Yeah, I noticed on yours you put a sale on the other day, didn't you? A discount code. So back in the day,
15% off on Warn This Way.
Yeah. So back in the day, this used to be, a thing of sit down, have meetings about everything. Now it's just, if you want to do that, you'll do it. I can reduce prices as when I can send coupons, anything I want to now. I can design any logos, change the name to whatever I want, as have you, and that doesn't really have much effect on the other person as long as the money's coming in.
Yeah.
Essentially.
And on that topic, I know I just had a bit of a moan about eBay, but actually, touch wood, it's been going all right, hasn't it?
Not too bad, actually. Yeah.
I say hasn't it? You don't really know because you've been setting up your own store, but
yeah, but from what I've seen of yours and what you've been doing, you've sort of been saying every now and again, oh, I've had this amount of sales today and stuff. I don't think there's been a day without a sale, has there?
Not for the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah.
Vinted has been on fire the last couple of days. I don't know why. I mean, I list to Vinted every day, the same as I do with eBay. What I do, I don't know if this is a top tip for anybody. My daily listings, I put them on Vinted first for a few hours, before putting them on eBay, because a lot of I used to find that if I put them both on at the same time, they used to sell on Vinted, and that's a waste of a listing on eBay of either a free one, or you have to pay was it 20 something p? I don't remember.
Yeah.
So what I've been doing is putting them on Vinted for a few hours first to see if there's any bites on them. If not, I'll then whack it all over on eBay.
So it's about having the logistics.
Yeah, because obviously Vinted is free. You could list till the cows come home on there, and you won't get charged.
Similarly, what I do is, because you will get more money on Etsy for stuff. Fee-wise, and, sometimes the going rate is a little bit more on there for stuff. What I have a tendency to do is, if I do a bulk listing session, which is exactly what I've been doing the last week or so, every now and again, I put them all on Etsy at the same time. Obviously, I don't think on Etsy there is a feature to schedule. But anyway, this is... You're not sure? No. But then again, what I would do, even if there was, is I would bulk list all of them on Etsy all at the same time, but then I drip feed them to eBay. So, because eBay's more kind of led by the algorithm, isn't it, really? What was it you said Etsy was more led by? You said that
Keywords.
earlier, keywords. So what I have a tendency to do is just pack Etsy full of the keywords for whatever product it is. And then I will go on eBay and obviously fill in all the stuff they need, and then I will schedule on there. And I normally do 5 listings a day, and then drip feed over a longer period of time. Whereas Etsy, I just sling them all on at the same time. And then if they do sell on Etsy, obviously we have got a little bit more out of that because of their fee structure and, you know, the amount that you charge on there being a little more as well. So yeah, that's what I tend to do.
And I bet you're hoping with Q4 coming up that people will be looking for unique gifts.
Yeah, I mean, we have got, you know, quite a few things that are in extremely good condition. There's new stuff, signed stuff as well that I've got. So yeah, you know, there will be more in the future as well. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, you have, though, recently been sort of rejigging the storage unit, haven't you?
Yeah, I've been... I got really behind with my skewing. So there must have been about 200 items that needed skewing. So I made a big dent in that the other day. If anybody needs any storage tubs at the moment, Aldi have got a really good deal on. Storage tubs, I can't remember how many litres they were now, do you remember?
No. I mean, I suppose for, you know, just because, I don't know, for comparison. So, you know the bankers boxes that you get, which are like the archiving boxes for paperwork. So 2 of those can fit in one of the Aldi ones.
Yeah.
So if you see what size the bankers boxes are, two full of those will fit in one of the Aldi ones.
Yeah, but
So-
they're only £3.50 each at the moment, so I think I've bought 12 now.
Yeah.
And that's going to just make it a bit tidier and nicer in the office, isn't it?
Well, it will do, and unfortunately the handles because the bankers boxes are only cardboard ones, the handles on those have been given out because they've been heavy, and sometimes because you only fold them in, you don't tape them or anything like that, because you only fold the base of the box in, it sometimes opens up, doesn't it, as you're dragging it off a shelf. So we are going to keep them because obviously they're, you know, not exactly massively cheap, so we will be keeping those, you know, any that aren't completely destroyed by this point. But yeah, the plastic tubs are definitely the way forward. Yeah. Really.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they stack so much easier on the tops of the shelves as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we'll leave it there then, I suppose, but that's us. Thanks for watching. It'd be great if you could give us a like, the big thumbs up.
Yep.
And a hype, which some people can't do, because if you're watching on the telly, you can't do the hype button. You can only do it on your phone or your laptop, I think. But that's a new thing, and it's supposed to, I don't know, do something wonderful. Who knows? Should we have an end of video word? We haven't had one for a little while.
Yeah. All right then.
So today's end of video word is
socks.
Which is what everyone loves to get for Christmas.
I'll tell you why I thought of that. There's a pair of headphones down here on this coffee table. And these don't belong to either of us, but they've been, you know, the ear cup things, they've been repaired with 2 pairs of socks.
It's very cute.
It's an ingenious method, but yeah, so socks.
Make, do and mend and all that.
Definitely.
Yeah, so we'll see you whenever the next one will be.
Yeah.